And we are live.
Good morning, everyone. It's V the Guerrilla Economist coming to you live with my main man, CJ, aka El Cuco. We're bringing the news, the views, and all the information important to you. Check us out, roguemoney.net, and follow us on Twitter at the Rogue Money, Rogue Money on Facebook, Rogue Money on Steam at DTube. I mean, we're everywhere you want us to be, and then some in a bag of chips. Check out our sponsors, RemainCalm.net, RemainCalm.net. Whether you need some funds to start a business, hun, or you need some credit repair from those who are the credit repair and restoration extraordinaires, RemainCalm.net is the place to be. Check them out, RemainCalm.net. Maybe you need the gold USB or the silverback, where you can go ahead and surf the internet without any concern of snooping. You have to worry about it because you have encrypted email, encrypted messaging, encrypted web browsing, encrypted Office suite. You can run your whole life with the silverback. Check it out at mygoldusb.com, mygoldusb.com. And guys, most importantly, check out the cryptoschool.io, the cryptoschool.io. We're adding new content that's going to be up very shortly. There's the more and more faculty are going to be joining. It's going to be an exciting time to be on the cryptoschool.io, the cryptoschool.io, the cryptoschool.io. With that being said, CJ, what's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm doing great, B. I'm doing great. Always lots going on, of course, but how are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing great. Just relaxing. It's another it's an okay day, bro. It's an okay day. I'm looking forward to today. Oh, dude, you know what I got? You know what's life changing, man? I bought something. I bought something yesterday that was so life changing.
Break it down.
I was in Best Buy, and sometimes when I'm in Best Buy,
that's dangerous.
Yeah, it's like a candy store for men. You don't want to go to Best Buy. And all the dudes out there, you guys know what I'm talking about. You know, the wife does the shopping. She goes to the mall. You know, either you're sitting down or you're just like perusing at Best Buy. And God forbid if there's a Best Buy with a Magnolia home theater with some couches, it's over.
That's all it takes.
Dude, so check this out. And I'm not getting paid a penny to even say this. I just brought this yesterday. You know, I've been rocking the Keurig because out of convenience, right? Because just pumping a pod. But the problem with those pods, sometimes it's not as consistent. I mean, it's consistent, but it just doesn't taste as good as real brewed coffee. Now, I bought, that famous blending company called Ninja.
Yeah.
Ninja has their coffee bar, their full-on coffee bar machine. Okay. Dude, I bought this machine that has a carafe where you can, make a whole carafe of coffee. You can do single servings in a cup. Dude, you can make lattes and espressos. It has its own frother. And it's on sale right now. It's a $200 machine. It's on sale right now on Amazon, I think, for $146. Okay, with Prime membership, with Prime shipping if you're a Prime member, $146, and the reviews have been stellar on it. The reviews are stellar, and if you go to Best Buy, they'll match Amazon's price. So that's what I had them do. I had them match Amazon's price and had some Best Buy rewards credit. So I walked out of there for like $130 for the damn machine. It was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it right now. That thing looks pretty amazing.
Dude, get it. Wow. Get it, bro. When that thing brews coffee, first of all, you get a nice medium grind. It aerates the grind first. So you get a few drops. That's the first batch. Then it aerates again, but this time it does a really good soak of the grind, so it really comes out. The coffee flavor is out of this world. Now check this out. It has a frother, a built-in frother. It comes out from the side. So I have my hot milk. I put it in my frother, frothing hot milk, and I put it right on my coffee like a cappuccino. Bro, that froth milk stays froth. It stays froth for the entire duration of the time you're drinking. Unlike Starbucks, which the froth eventually goes away, right? Yeah. This thing stays there. It was it was life-changing. Like, I was like, I go to Starbucks all the time, right?
Right.
dude, I have no desire to go to Starbucks anymore. I am going to hang my Starbucks card up on the wall. I'm gonna nail it to the wall. I'm just gonna go to Starbucks and hand it and be like, "Hey, I don't need this anymore." It's crazy good. I recommend everybody get. If you love coffee like as much as I love coffee, dude, they give you recipe books. You can make flat whites, cappuccinos, macchiatos, espressos. There it is. Bam! That's the machine, Siege.
That thing is a bad boy. It looks like a beast.
Dude, and everything, the way it moves, like the way the buttons, when you're moving the buttons, when you're taking the water reservoir off, right? Everything, and when you pull out the frother, the measuring cup, that's all built in. You take it out, you attach it. It has a permanent filter in there. Everything moves with such a beautiful precision. I love it. It's extremely well made. I love this machine. I am not going to go to Starbucks anymore unless, of course, I happen to be on a road trip and I need to pull over for some coffee. That will be the only time. But if I'm home, there's no, all right, I'm going to go to Starbucks and get a coffee. Screw that. Screw that. I love this thing. It is amazing, man. Simply amazing. Anyway, I just want to put that in there. Yeah. You know, but as much as coffee as we drink, CJ, I mean, being a little funny news item of the day, you can't be as drunk as this dude, bro. What the heck happened here, man?
You know, I think everyone has a story, right? Everyone has that one story that they always remember from the last time or the craziest thing that they ever did be while they were intoxicated. I think mine was probably a dine and dash. And I feel terrible about that. But the people that I were with, like, they started running out and it was way too late. It was a long, long time ago. But this guy in Russia, takes it to, I blame it on the Russian vodka, takes it to a whole new level. So it's being reported out of Russia that
only in Russia, folks,
only in Russia, rammed an armored personnel carrier into a shop window before climbing through to steal a bottle of wine on Wednesday morning. So this guy steals this huge tank, drives it into a liquor store just to get wine. He ran over one. Is it Daewoo? Is that the auto manufacturer?
Yeah,
Daewoo. He ran over a Daewoo vehicle, smashed it. Oh yeah. So I think that tops the craziest story ever regarding drunken fun. I'll label it that, drunken fun.
Wow, that is crazy, man. The man in his late 20s did not resist arrest. Dude, the guy stole an armored vehicle and went to a shop to top up his stocks for the morning.
and then he grabs a bottle of wine, you know? It's like, what the hell?
Oh, my God, dude. That helps him get sober.
Yeah, exactly. It's for the morning. It's for the morning. It's
my goodness, man. That's hilarious, man. Hilarious. Unreal. Craziness, man. Craziness. Crazy.
Yeah.
Where do we begin? Where do we begin? Oh wow, that beats anything that I've ever done in my entire life, Siege. No doubt about it. You know.
Well, I know you can rent those. There's places like in Texas, and my oldest son wanted to do it like really bad.
Rent a tank?
Yeah. Have you seen that before?
No, that's awesome, bro.
They have courses that you can go on, and you jump in this tank, and I think you can take up to 6 people. It's pretty pricey. I think it's like $600 to do it. And cool, 5 or 6 people can, join, and then only one person obviously gets to drive it. You don't get to take turns or anything like that. But yeah, there are courses that you go through. I think that's one of those that should at least be on some type of a bucket list, right? To jump in one of those tanks and run over vehicles and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. I want to do something like that as well. They have this thing in Las Vegas called there's a great little track over there called Thermal, and I think you could pay like $300. You get about $200 to $300. You get a couple of laps on a Ferrari or a Porsche. They have like Porsche 911 GT3s, Turbo S's, Ferrari 488 GTBs, Lamborghini Huracans. They have, and if you spend a little bit more, you get into your McLaren 675s. They probably have the new McLaren 720S. Oh my God, the McLaren 720S, that is a delicious piece of automotive art. It is gorgeous. There's a lot of hot cars over there. That's on my bucket list. As soon as I get some free time, there's a reason for me to be in Vegas. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do, man.
Yeah, you'll have to.
Anyway, what stays?
Yeah, let's go ahead and kick it off. Yeah,
kick it off. What stays in Vegas, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but what happens in DC, everybody knows about it. It seems like these days, CJ.
Well, exactly when you have Dianne Feinstein, you know, making admission that she got pressured to release the Fusion transcripts.
Fusion GPS, which I like to call confusion, C-O-N, confusion POS, which is meaning piece of you know what. Confusion POS was again Dianne Feinstein spilled the beans. What did she do? Well, folks, if you haven't been paying attention, you should pay attention to this. Feinstein leaked the entire transcript, okay, of Fusion GPS transcripts, which on Tuesday, first informing the Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley ahead of time. Unbelievable, unbelievable, and this is great because it shows how the idiots over at Confusion GPS were getting absolutely grilled. I mean, these guys were getting grilled. It's great, Steve. Why don't you break it down a little bit for us, man? And I'll jump in.
Well, you know, obviously, Feinstein thought there was going to be some, you know, great information in there that she felt compelled that the American public needed to know. And I think, V, this is kind of like the last-ditch effort because obviously the wheels fell off the whole Russian-Trump collusion thing a long time ago. And I think pretty much the entire America understands that. There may be like a few like those never Trumpers that are still buying into this whole Russian collusion. But it was very interesting because the fact that she was stated that she was pressed onto, you know, why did she do this? And she stated, well, I was pressured. Well, during this interview with this CNN reporter, she then came back and said, well, I wasn't pressured. That's really what happened. So the obvious question is that, okay, well, who was pressuring you? Who exactly was telling you to release this information that you thought, you know, would be beneficial to the investigation, which most of it, V, when you look at it, most of it was redacted. I mean, it's all like, you know, all blacked out and everything. But one interesting part about the testimony that was provided by this gentleman with Fusion GPS specifically stated that somebody because of this bogus report had already died. And so now people are like wondering, like, who exactly is he talking about? And if you look at the time when the Russian dossier and you know, John McCain that were releasing this information, getting it to the FBI, was ironically enough kind of timed around the same time that Seth Rich was murdered. Right. And so there's more speculation because of releasing this. You know, obviously the question, why did she do it? Number two, who is she being pressured? And then three, specifically, who is this gentleman alluding to? The fact that somebody had already died because of this. And I think that most people who are awake understand exactly what this information releases is the fact that, you know, either Debbie Wasserman Schultz, someone at the DNC, discovered that Seth Rich, who had all access to all the information, all the emails, probably he found out about this Fusion GPS, this fake Russian dossier, felt compelled to get this information, and in fact, probably was taken out because of it, V.
Yeah, absolutely correct, my man. And you know, you have all the other this whole entire Fusion GPS thing is blown up on their face. The fact you got Seth Rich's death connected to it, the fact that Hillary Clinton paid an inordinate amount of money to have this done, which is illegal in so many levels. This is all blowing up in their face in a very huge and, you know, tremendous way, man. And I for one am enjoying seeing this and eating popcorn, watching this whole thing unravel. You know, a lot of people would say, "Hey, you know what? Who leaked it? Who leaked this? Who forced her?" I think it was the good guys who forced her to release the script. Now the American public knows how stupid. You know, they know how stupid and the corruption, the duplicitous, the biasness that these idiots had over at Confusion POS. And the stupid fake Russian dossier, which is absolutely just ridiculous, man. So I'm glad that this is happening. It's going to continue to happen, you know?
Yeah, and it also looks like, V, there was information released today that there was no evidence to prove any type of collusion. And it looks like Don Jr., I don't even want to use the word exonerated, but it looks like there's not going to be any type of more investigation regarding him. You remember that infamous meeting with the Russian attorney that was a complete, you know, setup. It looks like now that they have dialed that back quite a bit, saying, "Hey, look, there's really nothing there," on Don Jr. And I think that information came out today.
Yep, absolutely, man. See, this is clearly not a coincidence. We have a second developer of WikiLeaks inspired secure drop. The second developer so far has now committed suicide. I'm sure it's totally normal, Siege. I'm sure there's nothing, foul play whatsoever. A second member of the three-man team who created a secure system for whistleblowers to submit information to news outlets has committed suicide at the age of 36. Okay. Software engineer James Dolan took his life nearly 5 years to the day after the death of Secure Drop co-creator and Reddit co-founder Aaron Swartz. Now, you guys haven't gotten a chance to look at the story of Aaron Swartz. I recommend you look at the Reddit co-founder Aaron Swartz and his story. There is foul play du jour. There is nefarious fingerprints all over the Aaron Swartz story. I'm not going to delve into the details of that because there's a ton of stuff to go through, but I recommend you, the audience, to, at your leisure, Google Reddit co-founder Aaron Swartz, and you'll read all about it. Now, James Dolan dies 5 years to the day, right? To the day of Aaron Swartz's quote-unquote suicide. Dolan's a former Marine. He helped create the system with Swartz and Wired editor Kevin Poulsen back in 2012. These guys started the project that was known as Strongbox. It eventually became, Dead Drop, which is a great way for whistleblowers to upload their documents without worry. The Trio secure submission system has been used by the New Yorker, the Washington Post, the New York Times. The whole lot. I mean, it's a commonly used thing. Now, it's remarkable to see this because you look at Schwartz. Schwartz committed suicide on January the 11th, 2013. At the age of 26, Schwartz left no suicide note in his New York apartment. However, some have noted that he was depressed and was facing jail time under the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act for hacking into MIT's computer network and stealing copies of 4.8 million academic papers. It's a bunch of horse crap. He did not hack into that. That is a CIA op. Schwartz's father believes the government indirectly killed Schwartz, which is true. Well, while his girlfriend at the time, Taryn Steinbeckner Kaufman, thinks Schwartz was driven to suicide by a 2-year prosecution over the MIT hacking case, which had drained all of his financial resources, despite not fitting any of the signs of clinical depressions and associated disorders. Schwartz's death, co-creator Kevin Poulsen donated the Secure Drop project to the Freedom of the Press Foundation, while James Dolan was literally the only person in the world who knew all the ins and outs of the system, how to install it, and how to make it better. Now, he's dead. There's a lot to this, man. And there's some connection here with what these guys are trying to do. And, I mean, this is what Julian Assange, relies on, the dead drop system. So this is crazy, Siege.
Yeah, there's a great documentary that's actually free on Netflix if you want to learn more about Schwartz. It's called Anonymous. And
yes,
I watched this, quite a while ago, but it's a great story about, Aaron. He's basically a genius, in his own time and age, right? He was complete genius with technology, and this guy I think was at MIT like at age 13 or something crazy. But anyway, so check that out, and then obviously to look back, let's face some facts here. I mean, look, WikiLeaks, Julian Assange. I mean, these guys should be giving a Nobel Peace Prize, right? I mean, they should have been exonerated a long time ago in regards to their efforts to restore what was one time the press, the news in our country that completely the last 30, 40 years is completely gone. There's no honesty in reporting in media, and for these guys to be able to release information, to provide the truth, to provide a secure place. I in my lifetime, I can't recall anything of this magnitude that has made a difference. So again, taking a look at it now, and these young people dying, 26 and 36-year-old killing themselves could, look, is it potentially could happen? Yeah, it could. But at the same time, if you look specifically, what they were tied in, what they could have been pressured, with the technology and regarding the Dropbox, how it works, can you please tell us where this information comes from? We know that you probably have a way. No, I'm not going to do that. You can very easily line up why somebody would want these two individuals dead.
Absolutely correct, man. It's crazy. And the fact that, it's getting so close to Julian Assange leaving the Ecuadorian embassy in Siege. He tweeted a very interesting picture yesterday, Siege. What's that all about, brother?
Yeah, so Julian Assange actually did get an Ecuadorian passport, and so he posted a photo with him in a nation's jersey for the soccer team, and this is probably an old photo. This is probably it says December 21st on it, which is probably even a little bit past it. I think he's probably already out of the embassy now. They're stating that he's not. They're saying that he's still kept kept there. That's his safe place for now. The other information that came out, and this report's coming from the Gateway Pundit. The other thing that's interesting with this whole QAnon thing, they have been specifically stating that there's some elements of the government, the administration, that have been working directly with Julian Assange, working to get this information out that he is going to be pardoned. There's not going to be any prosecution. But according to this article, and I'm going to read it verbatim here, a WikiLeaks legal source close to the publisher told the Gateway Pundit on Tuesday morning that not only are there these false claims, the political persecution of WikiLeaks has ramped up substantially. Quote unquote, it's false of the actions of the U.S. State Department, Department of Justice, and the CIA against WikiLeaks have substantially increased, not decreased, in recent weeks, the source told the Gateway Pundit. Now, obviously, those particular elements of the government that I just released, we could expect those to be ramping up. So if there's any type of backdoor negotiation, backdoor events that are happening, I hope it is true. But at the same time, this information coming out paints a different picture of perhaps what some of the QAnon stuff is coming out.
Very interesting and sad. See, here's a major confidence sign. Warren Buffett says that cryptocurrencies are all going to go away.
Yeah, we probably should. I'll just go ahead and close up my wallets right now, V, and
I'm going to do that too, man. Let me just close out my wallet. I'm hitting the sell button on all my Bitcoin and Litecoin, my Ethers, my Ripples, all the stuff. I'm just going to sell them all right now. Selling them all.
All right.
Excuse me.
Yeah, so Warren Buffett admits ignorance while slamming cryptocurrency. So in other words, I know nothing about it, but I'm going to slam it because I don't understand it. That is the ultimate reaction, basic human instincts, that when we fear something, when we don't understand something, we just regard it as bad. And that's exactly what Warren Buffett's doing. Listen, all these people that are coming out against cryptos, and I'm not saying you have to go crypto, whatever. If you're into the metals, then go for it.
Yeah.
But these analysts, these people that don't understand the cryptocurrencies, don't understand the opportunity, the utility that it brings, the technology, the future that this hold, and it's part of fear because that system that they have been so tied to, so profitable from, and now to see something so disruptive come in to that space of traditional money, it probably scares the hell out of these guys, V.
Absolutely, they're terrified because they just realize how I mean, crypto is about to make a lot of their investments worth puny, So, it's number one. Number two, that they either are holding it in their portfolio, they want you to dump it out of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, which is FUD, and then they'd go ahead and scoop it up, kind of like Jamie Dimon saying, crypto is bad, Bitcoin's horrible, and then meanwhile he's backing up his truck. And he's loading up his digital wallet with it himself, along with his firm. So it just shows the hypocrisy out of mainstream. Anyway, overnight crypto beating, perhaps a false alarm of South Korea crypto ban. Siege, what is that all about, sir?
Yeah, this is came out early this morning from Zero Hedge. Confusion in Korea. So overnight, Bitcoin and the entire crypto sector took a major beating, falling as much as 11% as South Korea, one of the cryptocurrency's biggest markets, said it was drawing up laws to ban cryptocurrency trading. Specifically, South Korea's Ministry of Justice reaffirmed that it is continuing to draft its cryptocurrency trading closure bill, which has been in the works since December 13th. In a statement, South Korea's Attorney General Park Sang-kai said the South Korean Ministry of Justice is considering the closure of cryptocurrency trading to bring cryptocurrency mania and speculation under control.
Good luck.
For investor prosecution. Now here's the interesting thing is that this foreign Ministry of Justice did not consult or talk with any of the economic task force.
No.
The Ministry of Justice didn't confirm this with anything with the Ministry of Strategy of Finance. And what he's coming out and saying now, listen, he's saying that it had first heard of the Ministry of Justice cryptocurrency trading ban through media reports. The cryptocurrency task force participated by the central bank, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Justice,
right.
Yada, yada, yada. Quote unquote, we do not share the same views as the Ministry of Justice on a potential cryptocurrency exchange ban. He went on to state. So very, two different translations. And in fact, the South Korean Ministry of Economic Strategy and Finance is like, listen, the South Koreans want cryptocurrencies. They want the ability to be able to trade. They have a significant nation in which millions of quote unquote Bitcoin zombies have made Bitcoin trading their primary sources of income. So again, what exactly is going on in South Korea? Obviously, kind of the same thing that would happen here, right? Where the Justice Department may be like, hey, we need to criminalize, marijuana everywhere, but yet you have legislators saying, well, wait a minute, back this up. So again, a lot of false speculation that's occurring. So there's no formal announcement at this point that South Korea is planning on, banning all these things occurring, because obviously they don't know what they want to do, V.
Yeah, and they can't stop it, man. They really can't stop it whatsoever. Anyway, financial crisis over, World Bank says, but risks remain. Emerging markets in the One Belt, One Road dominate the global economic growth momentum. The growth is in Asia. It's in the East. That's where the money, the power, all of it is heading there. And what is a further testament to the strength and durability of emerging markets, the World Bank on Wednesday said that the projected global economic growth, 3.5% in 2018, will largely be driven by these economies. In the first report of the year, the World Bank said the growth is up 3.1% for the first time in nearly a decade in that emerging markets alone. The forecast of 2018 is 4.5%. Basically, is this. What this whole thing breaks down to is this. The multipolar world, or the G20, is where all the action is. Okay? That's where the money's been made. That's where all it's happening. It's not the insolvent 7 countries, also known as the G7, and it's not the broke Western nations who have no money, and the only thing that they have is trash, recyclables, and pornography to offer the world. So this is why, folks, that unless America gets its act together, and hopefully, the president can get that done, get a lot of initiatives done, especially rebuilding the infrastructure, getting our physical economy in play, the faster the better. The sooner we would be not only be able to compete in the multipolar world, but do rather well successfully. We cannot rely upon neocon policies and brute force military strength in order to achieve an artificially maintained, quote-unquote, domination. Can't do it anymore. It's a different ball game, and all the data is coming out is that it's the emerging markets. It's the multipolar world. Either we're on that train, folks, it's left the station, and we're running behind it, but hopefully in the next few years we could hopefully catch on to it and get on board.
Right. Absolutely. And real quick, V, the only thing I want to add to that is that interesting enough, Harley Schlanger and LaRouche Pack's article in regards to their economic policies, LaRouche's economic policies, was actually featured on Stone Cold Truth. And,
nice.
and that's Roger Stone's website. Now,
right.
So obviously Roger Stone, who I believe has direct ties to the administration, gets it as far as the importance of the One Belt, One Road initiative. However, Roger does a lot of work on one of the other alternative news outlets, and they have a completely opposite view of China, of the One Belt, One Road. Just very interesting to listen to that whole dynamic of their misunderstanding of the multipolar world. But obviously Roger gets it. So hopefully the sooner that the administration understands this, the sooner that we can move forward with an economic policy that can help drive, significant growth in our country. V.
Absolutely, man. We don't need people like Nikki, the Waffle House waitress, Haley, and HR, Mr. Potato Head, McMasters. We don't need guys like those involved in foreign. We don't need these neocons. The neocon model never worked, does not work, and it needs to go. It needs to go. Pakistan suspends military intelligence cooperation with the U.S. What's your take on that, CJ? I think it's no loss there. They've never done anything.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the mission in Afghanistan and Pakistan plays a huge role in that with the border. The last thing we want to do is put our troops in harm's way. But this is not a good sign. Obviously anytime someone's of that nature, Pakistan being right there to Afghanistan, says, listen, we're going to cut off all types of military cooperation, strategic, any type of communication, intelligence sharing. Not a good thing. Again, this was just from one defense minister that came out and stated this, at a conference, a strategic studies conference. So, whether he had the authority to completely say that that's, accurate, that's what's going to happen. However, here recently, we know that there's been a lot of rhetoric in regards to, Pakistan and the U.S. support of dollars, everything that's transpiring there. So we'll have to wait and see whether or not this is accurate.
Absolutely. With that being said, my man, we are at the end of the show. What do we got lined up today for the people?
Yeah, so Harley Schlinger is attending an important conference today, and we're going to reschedule Harley to tomorrow. He's going to give us an exclusive, go a little bit extra time with all the information that he receives today.
Awesome.
So later on, so we will not be hanging with Harley today. That'll be rescheduled to tomorrow. And then at 4:00 Eastern Standard Time, we have Gus Demos coming on with Gus. Awesome. And also, obviously, check out roguemoney.net as well, please.
Absolutely. And with that being said, we are over and out. Take it away, CJ.